You're listening to M Soul Deep in the mix. Give a deeper sound to your life.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the weekly candle close stream, where futures have opened an hour and 12 minutes ago, and out the gate we have a sell-off. S&P down 0.35%, Nasdaq down 0.57%, Dow Jones down 0.3%, Russell 2000 down 0.5%. So with that, you can imagine crypto, Bitcoin is going to be selling off too. Gold down 1.2% at the open, and you can imagine silver down 2%. So yeah, we just have it's headline crap, right? Oh, the ceasefire has ceased, but it's ceasing to ceased, or ceasing desisting. So yeah, you just got a bunch of that going on, and it doesn't really matter. This is all inconsequential. Like the good news, I guess, is like they gapped it down, so you know that gap's gonna fill maybe by morning. And how many times we showing up, congregating here on Sunday evening with initial direction of these index funds, futures, and then we come back 24 hours and everything is completely the opposite. I mean, countless times. So that's what's happening, right? You can just see Nasdaq bottom left right here. They gapped it down. That gap's gonna fill probably today. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, but we'll keep our eye on it, right? Yeah, only thing about Bitcoin, this 4 hour. Hope you all had a good weekend World Cup viewing experience. Conor McGregor, what was that? That was like insane. I can't imagine. I feel real bad for you if you had any money on that game or on that fight. Seems so bad that it was rigged, but of course it's not, and there's nothing anyone's gonna be able to do about it. But that was probably the craziest thing I've ever seen. I think he tore his ACL or something before the fight even started, before he even walked into the octagon. Brad, have you weather boy to you? Thank you. 63 seconds. I mean, it was over before that, right? Because there was like video evidence of him like, yeah, I don't know, like moving his leg, like he'd done something messed up to it, walking to the ring. So, but what do you expect? Guy being out 5 years, coming back. So anyway, the 4 hour on Bitcoin's kind of like not great. I mean, like you could, visualize here a bearish argument. Again, 4 hour. So yeah, it's not really like the biggest argument or anything, because we like more significant time scales to help us with our argument for up and down. So you just think about like, oh, look, there's a swing high from June 22nd, and you Fibonacci that high to low, and you can see perfectly that one time, I mean, it's literally to the dollar, right? You see that 1 and then 2, they're like kind of, oh, bearish sharking if you anchor this way at the 886, 64,600. And so I don't know if you could say there is bearish divergence. I guess you could try to pull it out and say maybe this high right here, you do have this high of relative strength, 65.7, and the slightly higher high is like 64. So you could say like bearish divergence, and then that failure, right? They hit up and against that bullish control zone threshold, and then they just fail. So I mean, it's not really great locally based on those pieces of data we're receiving, but yeah, I mean, maybe it can go a little higher. I think as long as it makes a lower high than 67 too, you're kind of weak here. So all right, that's your 4 hour. Got that above my head at all times. Give me an audio check, make sure we're okay. The audio is too loud. Make sure. Injured since the start. Well, I mean, like, again, dude, I think he might have been injured before the fight started. So yeah, the daily, if You remember the last stream I did? We discussed maybe the beginnings of hidden bearish divergence. It's still kind of there. There's still a lot of positive momentum. You haven't really seen the price of Bitcoin roll over yet. RSI is still elevated, 52.2. And again, man, it's all about like that 65K, 64.9 inflection zone that is so important because it's that old all-time high from April 2021. Currently trading below that. Currently just kind of, they haven't even tested 64.9 as resistance yet, which they could. And that would really get people to maybe abandon the idea that hidden bearish divergence is developing. Maybe get some exit liquidity in before another drawdown. But like what you could hope for, even if they rally a little higher, I think you make a lower high, you start selling off, but maybe we get some sort of momentum shifting structure to develop in the coming, few weeks. Some, right shoulder that would match the left shoulder from early June. But so far we have like maybe the idea of like a bullish dragon, but oftentimes when you get dragons, like something like that, where here's the hump of the dragon, whichever way you want to anchor it. Even if you got the dragon right there, like they do sometimes take their time and take this lower, and hopefully all we can hope for if they do is, that 4-hour exhaustion kind of local confirmation high double top at this inflection zone. If it does resolve with lower prices, hopefully the buyers can come in to, defend prices higher, a swing low higher than the low we did receive at the beginning of the month, just like less than 2 weeks ago at 58.2, 58.3. So that's kind of just what we're thinking here, what I'm thinking anyway. All right, so yep, this would dragons inherently, if you're playing the C to D wave, you're playing exhaustion. Like you're playing definite forms of like seller exhaustion, like the low and then the slightly lower low and then almost inexistent levels of negative momentum. You're playing that. But if you do play that, you run the risk of, opportunity cost where maybe it breaks out, but it's not going to immediately go to the next, target or the next big resistance. It might stall out, sell off, and they might need to retest things. And then, again, it's always like, I think the best trades are ones where there is some sort of evidence of accumulation, some sort, man. I mean, inverse head and shoulders, 3 rising valleys, ascending triangles, triple bottoms, whatever. So we're just kind of at a weird spot right here at resistance. Okay, looking at the weekly. So weekly here. It was great, man. It's actually an amazing weekly. There's reasons why this weekly's actually, you know what, man? Now that I'm looking at this weekly's phenomenal. Holy crap. I don't know what Scott Carney's opinion is right here, but dude, we got it, this massive M shape, right? The shark pattern, definitive textbook shark that hit its type 1 reaction. Reacted by the book, literally like by the book, about 38% retrace, and then sold off. And now what's good is we have a slightly lower low, potential type 2 return. And the inflection zones in the weekly going back April 2021, 60,000. That's where traders set it up at their highest point ever back in April 2021. That level being defended by buyers last week, a bullish engulfing candle. Last week, buyers recapturing the 200-week simple moving average. This week, buyers testing and holding the 200-week simple moving average as kind of support. You can see it. You don't trust me? Look at it on your screen. It's right there. It's red line right there. So, we close where we are now or any higher. I mean, it would confirm the bullish engulfing candle. And what's so insane, what could be going on, maybe, if we're lucky, right? We're always like rooting for Bitcoin to go on a nice rally, you could be looking at yourself a much more substantial bullish dragon that extends back to October. The top. That's the X point, the A point, the B point, the C point. Is the C point possibly concluding? C to D wave would melt your face off, and no one would believe it at this point. I think sentiment is so dead on this market that no one would believe that we would get some sort of technical reflexive rally here. I mean, shoot, dude, I might not even believe it, right? But I'm just saying, we're not here to like try to make calls, but you trying to use the idea here where you got the X, the A, even the candle close, right? The A, the B, and then the C, and then the D. Right, this is all I'm talking about, this wave structures. Ooh, my NOA weather alert's going off. What the heck? What's going on? Let me check the radar real quick. We got stuff happening, man. Bro, yeah, we got severe thunderstorm warning coming. Oh my god. Of course when I'm streaming. I love watching this. It's not gonna hit us. It's just popping up. So right, like that's like, okay, I'm gonna play like devil's advocate, man. Like, and here's like what could usher that in. Oh, just predictable patterns, wave structures, right? But like that, I mean, what happens if this engulfing candle is confirmed this week? The buyers recapture the 200-week moving average. What happens if there's like divergence there that actually the negative momentum continues to wane and we go positive, and all of a sudden we have like a huge markup.
Cheeseman tip $25. BKKT stock please day. Weekly, if it breaks out the rubbish, what targets would you put on it? Thanks. Apparently 20% of it shorted, but if it can get a catalyst, was hoping Bitcoin would be above 65 at close.
Wow. Cheeseman, thank you for the 25, dude. Really appreciate it. We'll look at BKKT. As soon as I get done, like, you know, go across the markets and all that. It shouldn't take long, man. But, you know, just the idea. Look, dude, I mean, like, yeah, you're not oversold, but the weekly sometimes is not like that. I mean, that is a low on price. And then an actual lower low on price on the weekly. And you have higher levels of relative strength. That is class A bullish divergence. Buyers defending 60, 57, 4 to 60. This is this is the most interested I've been in Bitcoin maybe in a year. Yeah, so if you like want the makings of a potential C to D wave, they're starting to develop here. So it's just right. This thing's been destroyed, man. They have killed everybody. Night King walks around Westeros. There was no Arya, you know, he owns Westeros. So, but I'm just saying, crypto is dead as we know it. But man, I just like, this is kind of very much intriguing, interesting. Just looking at this like we would any other asset. And it doesn't have to go to the 886 here. It doesn't have to complete a massive shark, but it could just be like a 618, a 50% retrace, 90K, go to 98K, 100K, and then be over, and then we roll over later. But like that is like a very nice potential bullish dragon in the making right now, with your oscillators playing ball, with support playing ball, with that 200-week moving average being recaptured, with the bullish engulfing candle from last week being, and possibly tweezer-ish bottom bullish engulfing candle being confirmed in 33 minutes as real. So please, let's just PSA here. Public service announcement. Are you kidding? Could we do it, man? I mean, we could. I'm rooting for it. I'm definitely rooting for the TA to be respected. If anything, we have the biggest hopium nug to smoke on. That's for sure. All right, most interesting looking stuff on Bitcoin in probably an entire effing year. All right, that's it.
Thank you for being here, Mitch. You have helped me so much.
Hey, CG. Thank you for the 350 super chat, dude. 352. Thank you, dude. Yeah, man. Thank you for watching. Like, we definitely have mutual gratitude. Thank you. All right. So, let's see what happens, dude. I know it looks bad on the 4 hour, and the thing is, it could sell off from here, maybe, and not even like to break. You got to break 61.4 probably to see a much more major markdown. They could even take it back down to 58.5, and it'd still probably be okay. I mean, like, I think probably at this point, if you were gonna play the weekly on Bitcoin, your cutoff might be below 58,000, and have cautious optimism until that level is breached. And then, yeah, we're probably really screwed at that point. We're probably going to 52K, no problem, because that negative momentum would start building. You wouldn't have that divergence argument anymore. You'd just be marking down the next support. So I'm not even saying that this is getting us out of some sort of intermediate bear trend that's been going on since the end of October, mid-October anyway. I'm just saying it might be overdue for some sort of, wave, a positive wave higher. Not a, negative wave, positive wave, negative wave, positive wave. All right, let's look at Ethereum. Hopefully that's in the same boat. It is definitely in the same boat. Definitely, man. Okay. It's like the bullish bat that we had identified back in January, man, the beginning of the year. You're getting a slightly lower low double bottom type 2 return with a bullish engulfing candle, with buyers recapturing that 1728 inflection zone that goes back. It is undeniable back from May of 2021. All right, they've recaptured it. They're reconfirming it this week. I mean, this could be, again, do you care about, like, all right, man, everything's black and white, you're right or you're wrong? Or it's, hey, man, there's a framework that has made us a lot of money over the years, and we're looking at the weekly, and there might be the complete and utter maturation of that framework going on right now, and it looks like that. That could be insane. And it, like, it could take its time. This could take forever, right? And it does stuff like that, and it chops around till October. And then maybe we get a trade, a nice position trade. So just keep that in mind. You got some really powerful stuff going on here. Maybe not on the RSI. It's kind of like, I think it's probably about maybe the same low, but you definitely have it on the MACD histogram, and it's just beginning now to show positive momentum. So if this doesn't give you a little bit of an eyebrow raise as an analyst, trader, I don't know if anything will. This has been in development for the greater part of 455 days. You got it all, man. The M shape, type 1 reaction, type 2 return, buyers defending levels, bullish engulfing candles, divergence. But that support, though, really helps someone be able to attempt to manage their risk optimally. That's what's so good about it. It's like, yeah, we love the framework. You could just paint the framework anywhere. But if the conclusion of its development of that framework isn't happening somewhere maybe strategic or historic, it's going to be harder to manage risk. But here, it actually makes it kind of simple and seamless. Something to think about, man. All right, we got some big things going on right here in crypto, and I can't even effing believe it. And this is why you touch grass. I've been gone. Like, I've been like in Miami like 6 days in 2.5 months. Been gone, dude. Just living life, and finally, whoa! I actually am interested again. And everyone's dead now. It's over, right? Like, it's, sentiment is horrible. It's the worst sentiment. I think the sentiment has actually been worse than 2018. So yeah, we are kind of screwed if like the index funds want to sell off, if VIX wants to spike. Earnings seasons right now, starting I think this week, that could throw a wrench in the short term against what we're looking at here. But again, man, like I'm never gonna apologize for identifying like the framework, the Scott Carney framework, and then you want that dragon. It's the same thing, man. Whichever way you want to look at it, it's like that. It's like you have a dragon of sorts, like kind of breaking out or about to break out near like the hump. Like it's so close, dude. That's just, you can play the dragon. Same situation as Bitcoin. Stuff like that. Yep, took a long time, man, but it'd be like that. XRP weekly doesn't at all look as good. Sorry. I mean, ugh. I just stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum. You know, like whatever, it will rally with Bitcoin Ethereum for sure, but I don't think it's as pronounced. You don't have a completed M shape. There's a lot of things about this one that just, you know, it doesn't have everything we want. Okay, and Solana, let's see if Solana's, I mean, Solana will go up, right? If Bitcoin does. Similar-ish, kind of, but not. See, it doesn't have that. Versus on my back with a word. Oh, I've delayed. Crap.
Diversity stole my bike, tipped $100. Here's the easiest gambling money I've ever made in my life. Thanks, Yuvk. Thanks, Mitch. Couldn't think of a better cause. You've made me a ton.
Bro, let's freaking go, man. Thank you so much for the support. Diversity stole my bike. I don't know what that means. Oh, I mean, maybe not. We'll see. Time will tell, bro. UFC. Dude, yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm willing to risk like $700 to just bet it on the other guy to win 250. It was like, yeah, like first round of the World Cup, it was just like stealing money. So yeah, it was kind of a joke, man. I mean, but yeah, thank you, dude. Solana, dude, I don't think Diversity Stole My Bike would look at this and be particularly excited. You do have a little bit of divergence, certainly. I mean, it's certain bullish divergence on the weekly on Solana. You do have it there. You're staring at it. They're trying to breach the bearish control zone and get neutral again, which is good. But it just doesn't, like, things are not lining up like they are on Bitcoin Ethereum. Like, for some reason, Bitcoin Ethereum just looks better. These have like underperformed so bad. Like this swing low right here. I mean, Ethereum only lost 88% of its value, maybe a little more. Bitcoin, same thing. Like, but Solana lost over 100%, almost 120% of its value from that low, or retraced 120%, whatever, however you want to say it, word it, schematics here. So just looking at the bigger cryptos. All right, cool. One thing I can do. I haven't done this in a while. It might be interesting to look at it again, just because, yeah, it's kind of wishy-washy here. I haven't played this in a while. Jonathan, are you still there or have you quit?
I like turtles.
You like turtles, but mixed bag here. You got the divergence developing, but the problem is you were trading, unfortunately, lower than the inflection zone, 2.2, 2.3 trillion. So they're kind of just bearishly back testing that inflection zone as resistance for the greater part of a month. Still trading below the 200-week moving average. So there's a lot of downside if they cannot recapture these levels. So really tough spot here. Just like, and you know why? Probably because, okay, Bitcoin and Ethereum maybe make this look okay-ish, and then all the other lesser thans look terrible and don't really look appetizing, you know, for the framework and the things we look for. So it's kind of weighing down this chart. Yeah, turtles. I see the turtle emojis. Great, dude. But divergence still there on the oscillators. Okay, so cool. let's look at the S&P 500 on the big screen. Remember we had the second highest, we had the highest weekly candle close ever on Friday. Let's freaking go. We had this diamond. This is what I was talking about. Like what we need if you want this confirmation high to be negated, you gotta break out and run above 76.29. Otherwise, you're just confirming a peak here. This is what you're hoping for, that whatever happened on Friday continues. So I was like playing devil's advocate of like what you don't want to see. So Friday was great. We like broke out above the peak from June 15th. So I'm probably a little less concerned, but if it peaks here, you're just in just as bad of shape, because you are confirming one high, a second high, and they're both lower than the high from June 2nd. So we have a diamond pattern as it stands right now. We have a diamond pattern that broke out. The buyers, not only did they break out, they confirmed the breakout as real, right? Where they back tested it successfully. Nice engulfing candle with follow through on Friday. Thursday and Friday were big days. So that's where we are now. Island top continuation until this thing starts crapping out and confirms a lower high than the highest high of the diamond. Okay, so good stuff for now, right? Measured moves probably taking you 7,800 or higher. I think that's, we did the Fibonacci on it. Like it's confluent with a 1618. Hello? XRP doesn't follow TA. I mean, it has. Like the last two trade setups posted on XRP, they're the most legendary, perfect textbook short sells ever. Like it was like, oh look, it confirmed it failed to break resistance not once but twice. Trend was your friend. Huge downside potential, collapsed, and then it did it again. So XRP does respect the TA to the downside, but unfortunately it's so destroyed now. It's like there's no value in shorting anymore, but there was a time. 786 cipher on XRP. I mean, again though, like whatever Bitcoin does, XRP will do, but it might underperform. So okay, so you got that, and then you got the NASDAQ futures, where they rallied it, you know, back into the little maybe diamond. You know, we were talking about as long as it's above 28,678, it's probably fine. Don't even know if it's a diamond. Seems like it failed to break down. Maybe you could adjust here too. Like, oh, okay, maybe it's like 1 and 2, and that's 3. So I don't even know if we're looking at a diamond here. S&P is a lot more clear. Whichever way you look at it, I think you're still contracting. You still have like price contraction going on. So, which is neutral. So good luck. You know, you haven't seen positive momentum on the NASDAQ since June 2nd. That's wild. It's been a while, man. All right. Testament to a rotation, I think, that's been going on since the beginning of the new bi-yearly candle, which was June 1st or July 1st, whatever. Okay, Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures down 0.33%. Remember, we don't think there's a structure here or anything. You're just uptrending, nice channel. And I mean, right? What is there to say about this? If the framework's not there, we're just guessing. We have no idea. We don't have an edge. Flip a coin. Let's continue to climb, no problem. Same with the Rust 2000, which is just like, wow, you kind of can't believe how well this is going. But wow, what a structure, right? What a really nice structure. Like that is a rising wedge all over it, written all over it. You got that continuation of bearish divergence. Every time you make a high or a higher high, slightly higher high, you were making lower levels of relative strength every time. I mean, they could blast this thing higher and it could up thrust through this structure again. Fake everyone out. They like faking everyone out before huge, massive corrections. So, but that's where we're at. It's like upsloping price contraction. Could indicate a little bit of buyer exhaustion after such a phenomenal run for so long, man. Since the beginning of April, the headlines My war is over. My war has begun. So there's your index funds, your top 4 cryptos. Oh, Mesogamma's here, dude. Those Mesogamma, dude. So we can look at gold and silver real quick. Gold down 1%, gapped down. We know the story of this. There's no surprise here. We've like since we knew what happened, the blow off top. We know market cycles. After blow up tops, close reverse candles. You might get dead cat bounces. You got one, gold, silver, and then corrective waves. You're in a downtrend. You've been in a downtrend, and any rally you get is going to be a counter trend move. So I think eventually we'll get 3,900 if things get real nasty. You're looking for 3,400, 3,500 just for a test. I mean, there's just nothing here. Like if they lose that 3,900, you're cooked. And any rally, see the thing is, what's tough about this now is like any rally that occurs here will probably conclude lower than the high we received mid-June. The lower high, the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low in time. So that's it, man. Downtrending on gold after a godlike kind of generational 20-year type run we had on this commodity. And then silver, what a freak, was so good. And then a gap down, which that gap could easily fill today. They fill that gap, no problem. You could be bear flagging right now. I mean, you can't be surprised if it's a bear flag, man. I mean, look, if it looks like one, maybe it is one. You know, it's like how we, you know, kind of like that. They could rally this thing all the way up to $65, man. It's still in a bear flag. Did they even test this swing low? They didn't even test 64.10. So I got the inclination that they could, like in this chop bearish consolidation phase, they could run this thing up, hit the top of this bear flag, hit 64.10, regarded as resistance for the first time ever, right? And then it rolls over later after short squeezing and all that. It's never really easy. It's hard to get those markdown candles. So they gapped it down, but gaps fill. This one will probably fill. Could be today. But we just know the trend, right? The trend is your friend, and the trend is down. So trying to be like, you know, in some sort of bullish position on silver right now doesn't make any sense trend-wise. It just doesn't. But yeah, you could get a counter trend move, which happens occasionally. I mean, look at the move here. Like May 6th, they ran this thing up. It was a crazy move. Are you kidding me? May 6th to the 13th, they went up 23% in a week. Are you, what? You know, like those moves happen in downtrends. Look at this move. I mean, the 3-day event, a 15% move in 3-4 days on silver. Counter trend moves happen, but we understand the trend is not your friend if you're a buyer, a buller, a buller, yeah, a buller. So that's it. I mean, that's your gold, silver.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
That's right. Lizards.
Lizard.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Thank you for the lizard, dude. Much love. Okay, the gold and silver. We're gonna look at oil real quick. Up 3.27%. Yeah, after being devastated. Like, this is just headline Rudy Poo crap. Just like everything's down right now. Everything's could very well, as we've seen before, be complete opposite in 24 hours. Many times it has been. So just for now, they gapped up U.S. oil due to some headlines this weekend. But gaps fill. You're currently trading below $75, $78. Massive inflection zone on the chart. Trading below the 200-day simple moving average. So nothing like notable to discuss about this initial price action in the past hour 46 minutes of its new open. Thing is round trip to the trade setup and is below key levels, and that's about it. No edge until you're recapturing $78. There's nothing to it, man. It's all a joke. So Welcome to commodities, man. Commodities are not meant to be held on paper. The paper commodities. I'm not talking about physical gold, silver, swimming pools full of oil. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just paper. Commodity, you're a trader. You're a commodity paper trader. You can hold your physical. Yeah, you can have bushels of wheat in your closet if you want. Hold it if you want long term. It's fine. But I'm talking about paper, you want to be a trader mindset with commodities. You're in, you're out, price objectives, stop losses, all that. Okay, it can be a little different with equities. You can be far more, loose about things. You can have a greater outlook on the company's fundamentals, price to earnings, earnings per share, its growth prospects, acquisitions, mergers, all that. But this is a different world. This is just to be traded. Okay, your U.S. oil. Overnight trading doesn't begin for another 12 minutes, so we can't really look at anything there. I guess we can look at the close we got on Friday. Some of the individual assets. Let's see. Their commodities: oil, metals, crypto, stocks. Kind of just. You got the Nikkei. Nikkei's open. Been crazy, right? So we can look at the Nikkei if you want. Japanese markets. Been crazy, man. Just continue to go higher and higher. Yeah, but up here, just what are you doing? 3618 from that high July to the low. It's crazy, dude. Like actually insane. So there's no edge. Just non-stop runner. How could we try to, if there was a channel, it'd be like this, and you're kind of in jeopardy of losing the channel, maybe. Kind of like that. So right near the demand line of this channel, been going on since the April 1st bottom. July 12th now. So maybe if it holds another rally, and it's like, it doesn't even matter. If it doesn't hold, it's probably going to pivot and go way higher later. Because currency debasement, all that. So if we look at our futures right now, we have the S&P near its lows of day. Same thing with NASDAQ. Dow Jones, kind of a little the same. It's 2000, kind of scaling in a little bit for you to see. If we look at that request real quick, we only had one actual real request. BKKT, which is bot. Yarzagart, you're funny, man. Hey. Dude, really? Hey, we've been here before. Remember Baked? Remember that time it was nuts and then it might be nuts again? Like, that's kind of crazy. Oh, we swing low this. Dude, you're definitely at some sort of bottom, aren't you? Like, maybe. Yeah, like, is it a Bitcoin play? Maybe. Could be. I guess, like, the way you would look at it maybe is, maybe this is the, the zone to be looking at things. 813 to 891, and they're attempting to hold it, but see, the problem is, like, I hate about this is, like, they reconfirmed once and twice and say, oh my god, confirmed spring back test, and they ran it up and just puked. You're just back to this level where you already did the things that you wanted to happen, and it just performed miserably. So people be like, but dude, it's like a confirmation low. It's like, maybe. So I would just say, right here, it's like $8 bucks, $8 for sure. It's $8. 8 to 891. Show you, like, kind of like this inflection zone here. Something like that. Yeah, they're trying to hold on to it. So you can't say you're not at the absolute basement of basements on this asset. I mean, this is a range that's been defended since October 2024. They've maybe lost it, but only for a little bit. So I guess if you wanted to play with it, Chessman man, maybe if you wanted to play it, you cut your losses fast below 750 and just say, I'm out. This is awful. I mean, you know, doesn't even have a million volume. It's, you know, 880,000 volume, but 30 average 1.6 million. So you got that's going on. They don't ever really make, they never make money, right? So they have terrible fundamentals. But I'm just telling you, yeah, you're maybe at a place where you could strategize entries, stop losses, maybe price objectives. I can't remember. Bakkt, is that very much connected to Bitcoin and crypto, right? Y'all let me know. I can't remember. I think it is. Bakkt is like an exchange or something. What was it? Yeah, dude. GT. King-ish behavior for sure. Yeah. So there you go, man. I mean, maybe it works out. Hard to really say. Horrible trend, right? Like if you're a trend bro, you know, prevailing trend is like not what you're looking for. You do have a no trend going on, but its context is coming after a massive downtrend. That's the crappy thing about it. So it could just be could be more suspect and susceptible to marking down, losing this level and then collapsing to even lower levels. Yeah, so there you go. Maybe, dude. Maybe you got something going on, but you could definitely have a better context, I guess. Just swear, man. So my Microsoft is so slow, dude. Okay, there's no more requests, really.
Hey, Mitch, at the end of the TA, can we talk about the last set of UAP files? The one that ends up looking like a face is Kraz-Z.
Really? Napoleon Dynamite thinks much better than to the... Oh my god, man. What? I didn't even see the one that looks like a face. Dude, I don't know if I can believe anything anymore. AI's ruined it. Like, AI is literally... Dude, I'm telling you, GT chat, we're here just for a moment. This is so insane. Like, it's just like, it might fail, but it's got all the makings of a Velocity athlete. You got the dragon, the short term... I mean, not short, it's more intermediate. It's like a whole year. So the whole year 2026 going on. You got that going on, right? In the dragon. We're looking on Bitcoin Weekly. Like that and that. Okay, the dragon, they broke out. They back tested the breakout, but not at the same time of doing that. They back tested the old inflection point from 2020. And then they broke that even. And then they've been back testing 635 here. And it's just like, I mean, it's kind of incredible. Like, it's actually kind of insane. So, dude, with the whole M shape, the what is it, 6 year shark pattern with, I think, divergence, like insane divergence on the daily. We weren't even looking at the daily because the weekly was so good that we were like, you don't even need the daily. Oh my God, like sweet mother of Jesus, the daily, the weekly. This is like an actual, like, it has to be like a 70+% chance. Like, this is probably, all these things probably gives you the greatest level, I guess the greatest chance for a markup, despite how big the markup is, you know, you don't know, but like, this is definitely like screams big old reversal signature of variables. So GT, man, yeah, this is a trade set up. We looked at this one like 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, and it's just like unreal. It's stupid, actually. So there you have it. Just a good little update on that one. We got 3 minutes until the daily, weekly candle close on Bitcoin. If you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button, the bell, that sub. Check the monthly. Yeah, dude, because the monthly too, of course. Monthly is psychotic, kind of, on the MACD histogram. Yeah, all that bullish divergence. So we have a Japanese candle, kind of maybe an evening, maybe a morning star at support here. I mean, you just got the makings. You got the makings of a huge reversal that could take you to 930. And no one would believe it, right? No one's going to believe it right now, of course. No way, dude. The RSI doesn't really scream or anything. That's okay. We got all we need on the weekly and the daily. Yeah, it's just you want to be this position trade too, so this could take a while, but it's just something. Hey, you want a good asset with unbelievable technicals in your portfolio? Yeah, one just owns GT. Not financial advice, bro. But there will be probably some psycho news-driven catalyst that happens. Like, oh, GT's teaming up. Well, they're going to start producing the SpaceX tires. What? Something will happen, dude. Composite Man does his thing. Oh, logo on the 8s, dude. I don't even know. I've done a logo on the 8s in a while. Whoa, nice. It's been a while, Chip Flipper, but we just did it. All right, let's switch back currently on Bitcoin. Yeah, the monthly was just miserable on Bitcoin. We haven't looked at it today, but here it is. Just why not? I mean, that level was breached with a candle close, but look, they're trying by the grace of God to hold it, to defend it, where all hope was lost. They came in as they did all throughout 2024. So maybe it holds again, and maybe that weekly is going to be our saving grace. The weekly, 1 minute until the close.
You're listening to
1 minute until
Give a deep
a confirmed bullish engulfing candle. Follow through candle to confirm more of the engulfing and to confirm that buyers have successfully recaptured and defended the 200-week simple moving average, which is insanely important. I mean, it is stupidly important. So this, nothing to ignore. Time to be paying attention like crazy on Bitcoin if you care about the weekly and kind of the daily. So, but again, first time I've even given two craps about Bitcoin outside of, ooh, nice bear pull bear flag on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wow, they look really good for lower price, and they collapsed, right? But now it's like, wow, I think the sellers might be indicating they're stupidly exhausted, and there might be some hope for the buyers in the coming weeks / months, because it could take a while. But no one will believe it. There it is, chat. There it is. Jesus chimes for the new week. Confirmed bullish engulfing candle. Confirmed 200-week moving average. Defended. Let's freaking go. Just break 65K now. And we could be off to some really nice new levels. That's right. But this could take a while, man. It doesn't have. It's not going to be immediate. They could sell this thing off and go to 62K, man. Oh no, we're screwed. 61K. This is like, you have to understand the context. This is a weekly time scale. It'll take a while. Each candle represents 7 freaking days. Yeah, it could happen. Dagro. Yeah, it could be a while. Dow Jones, you need new tires. All right, support the cause, man. Let's all get new tires and make sure they're all good years. Okay, Ethereum real quick. Ethereum weekly close was great. The bullish engulfing candle was amazing. The bullish back test 1728, amazing. If like you ever cared about the harmonic framework on significant time scales, this is the place, the only place to give a crap. Down here. Flip the chart over, man. Would you be feeling good about wanting to be long on this asset if it looked like this? This thing looks like it's going to just collapse soon. To at least here, or like 3K, 2,900. And then it could collapse, you know, the trend could prevail and no, we're screwed again. It could go lower after that. But I think like you're just setting up now, maybe for a nice markup in time. Anyway, I've been live about an hour now, so kind of like gave you my updates on the markets. You know, not much else to really talk about now. You know, all the gaps that we have going on because the headlines this weekend, they're going to fill, and we could be probably in opposite world from where we are now to tomorrow. So that's my purpose, man. Just going live, giving you market updates, doing a little education, discussing the levels, if we have an edge on something. The US dollar tether dominance. Ooh, I can do that real quick. Sure, man. Twist my arm. USDT.D. Been a long time, man. Let's go Twilderness. Big old bearish engulfing candle. Oh, yeah. I mean, how incredible was that structure down here, dude? Whew. Yeah, I mean, it looks like an inverse dragon. Stupid amounts of bearish divergence up here. Where is that? It's like Bitcoin. It's like from the like all-time highs. Okay, where is all this happening? The 886 plus, right? 886 to 95 percentile. Look, one time 886, second time 886. This is exactly where you see reversals. And even if it's going to put in a higher low than the previous lows and run later, it's just saying like it looks more imminent that we'd get some sort of mark down here, which would be in turn Bitcoin and crypto going higher next in, like I'm talking about the significant time scales, the weekly and the daily. 4 hour kind of hidden bearish divergence, but dude, like I don't really give a crap about the 4 hour if the daily and the weekly are screaming what they're kind of screaming right now. Like it all I can say is like, hey, you don't want to participate, don't participate. The dumbest thing on earth you could do on Bitcoin is probably be short selling it right now, owning puts on iBid. I think that's probably the dumbest thing to do. Like you are not applying traditional technical analysis to your strategy. You're just shorting it because, but how can you be shorting something if you know what you're doing? If you've seen these markets a million times, how can you be shorting potentially a slightly lower low double bottom with bullish divergence on the significant time scales, the 200 moving average being recaptured, key levels from history being defended successfully from 2021, and it's Weezer bottom bullish engulfing candle? Like it's just, there's just I'm puking words of an argument for buyers for maybe a rally, not like an insane trend reversal, but a rally. So if the argument's that strong, it's probably best if you're a contrarian, you don't like Bitcoin, you don't trust crypto, it's best to just sideline and not be short here because you could get wrecked if the TA is respected, right? It might not. It could completely fail and we're screwed, right? But man, the weekly, most interested I've been in crypto in an entire effing year now. And you know that if you watch, I do go live, man, because bear pole, bear flags. That's all we've had until now. All right, Jar Cigar, have a good one, man. Yeah, futures, what we're talking about. Futures gaps. Filling, man. We're going to be okay here. Everything's just going to be just fine, man. So I wouldn't worry about a thing. Yeah, NVIDIA, man. What a week it had. Holy crap, what a comeback. It's like, you think, is it over? I think it might be doing something really good here. Huge reversal. But man, like you really wish the close here was going to be a little bit better. See this 212.19 on the weekly on Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, on NVIDIA, the Bitcoin of stocks. 212.19, they closed below it, but what a freaking week. I mean, up 8.28%. So I think, like, again, my thesis, my like kind of just intuition a little bit is like, okay, what we've been seeing on the markets, this one's been sitting out. But again, the consolidation, 8 months, bullish consolidation. This was the sign of strength. This is the backup. And if it's Wyckoff reaccumulation, the next thing we do is confirm, which is a huge breakout above 212 and running up to 230 all-time highs and beyond. Like you are in the midst of Wyckoff reaccumulation being confirmed. One more thing has to happen, and it's just the last thing is the move. You got the first two. Remember, 3 things: any form of accumulation, whether it's Wyckoff just standard accumulation or reaccumulation, 3 things happen in the final phase. Again, the sign of strength, which is the breaching of the trading range top. And then the backup is the pullback, the throwback to retest the trading range top or even lose it, but still make a higher low. And when the buyers catch their footing at that point, they are going to rally, and then they confirm everything with a huge impulse markup pretty much above the sign of strength. So that's maybe where we are, like actually. So thank you, Christian, man. All right, chat. So I'm going to get out of here. Spoken my piece. Let you know. We got a chance here. We got a real big chance. All right, Evan.
Can we look at dollar TNDM?
A late TNDM. Yeah, the thing couldn't get it going, man. And then it might be trying to do it again. And it's just like, holy crap, you know? Holy crap. Let's see. Tandem diabetics, man. Diabetes. Been losing the war on the diabetes. Yeah, dude, it's very, I mean, it's still alive. Like, there's nothing technically wrong with it. Right now, we've been looking at this one on the monthly, which hints that's the whole point of it. Like, it's still technically fine, but yeah, you wish it could be better. Hold on.
You're listening to M Soul Deep in the
Oh, we
mix.
are? Is that what we're listening to, bro?
Give a
Thank
deeper
you.
sound to your life.
Thank you for telling us what we're listening to. Yeah, so just talking about TNDM here, tandem diabetes. I mean, it had a bad monthly close, but you still got the whole thing, the whole harmonic framework there. You still got the divergence, but yeah, it's been very rough lately on the less significant time scales. You got the weekly. Weekly still kind of okay. I mean, above $12. $12 is kind of the cutoff here. So if you're holding this, I mean, you're kind of fine. But yeah, they can't stuck in the mud for sure, and that can happen sometimes. So something like if you have conviction, you know, you stick with the plan until you get stopped out, and it might take forever, but it's not dead yet. I mean, they're trying to just put in a higher low. This is what happened. We're talking about the lower lows. Sometimes it'll rally, and then a sell-off will occur, and then buyers just need to gain confidence to realize that, hey, there are more of them than that lower low, than the previous low. You need some sort of accumulation. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the stream, talking about my favorite trades are the ones where you have actual evidence of more than before locally. And maybe they're trying to do that on TNDM right now. Maybe, you know, as long as that swing low can conclude higher than the August 11th, 2025 low. You do have earnings coming up in August 6th. So who knows what's going to happen there. But yeah, there you have it. That's the TNDM. Not dead, but also, yeah, horrible performance. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we looked at Bayer like last week, like on the last stream, man. I think we did, right? Yeah, still live, still fine. Like literally still fine. I mean, like, yeah, you think, dang, dude, are they type 3 return? I mean, if you're above 172, the trade is not dead. 3 day. 3 day. Like, until they lose 172 and it's real, it's still technically okay for now. That's it. All right. Nvidia overnight is rallying. Oh, Bitcoin chat 64,170. Remember, and then the futures are at their highs now. Let's talking about, man. Oh, it gapped down. Who cares? Who cares if it gapped down, man? Because gaps fill. An opposite day happens a lot of time after the gaps. So, what's up, Rawlings? Oh, Adam, is that true? Well, let's root for sulfur and vulcanized rubber. It's freaking goated. Yeah, Bitcoin concluded a 3-day bullish engulfing candle and broke above the inflection zone's bottom, 63588. I like that a lot. So we have a bullish dragon in our midst right now. The X, the A, the B, the C. C to D wave would imply 71 to 74K. All right. Arguments presented via traditional technical analysis on the weekly. You got it. That's what all I can do. We already looked at Ethereum, baby genius man. Ethereum looking good. Ethereum, same type of behavior. Already up 1.76%. Let's friggin' go. Highest price seen on Ethereum since June 15th. Target 1956 at this point, I guess. Confirming a bottom, but forget the daily, it's the weekly. The weekly on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Telling you this is it. If you care about the framework, harmonic Scott Carney framework, this is it, dude. Actionable levels for real. Okay. Friggin' go, dude. So thank y'all for coming out. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Rising tide lifts all S coins. Exactly. All right. Y'all be good. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the T. A.
I have some evidence, man. Bear Pig put me in the